exploring Bali's diverse landscapes. If you had just 2 days to explore inland Bali, what would you do? Would you hike a volcano, explore the most beautiful rice fields, chase waterfalls, or would you try to do it all? In this video, we decided to hire a private driver to take us to the most gorgeous rice terraces on the island, a stunning temple that sits on the shores of Lake Beratan, and 2 of Bali's most powerful waterfalls. But Bali had even more in store for us that made a 1:30 a.m. wake-up call and hiking in the cold and dark 100% worth it. The summit of Mount Batur was unequivocally the best place to witness sunrise, and wandering the ridge of a volcano crater was yet another bucket list item we got to check off. Join us as we venture to see what Bali has to offer, starting with a 4 a.m. pickup from Seminyak. Good morning! We are trekking through the Jatiluwih rice terraces up here in the sort of like mid-northwest of Bali. And my goodness, this has to be one of the best rice terraces that we've ever seen.
We actually hired a private driver right from Klook that's going to take us around Bali. We can't wait to show you guys all the different spots we're going to hit up today. But like Lauren said, this first spot, absolutely such an amazing start. The rice fields are just so pristine, so vibrant and green. And best of all, there's almost nobody here. It's just the 2 of us trekking through. And wow, beautiful, beautiful spot. Highly recommend it. Oh, you're still here? I didn't even notice you were still here, buddy. Jatiluwih is actually huge. We're just looking around here and there's so many different places that you can walk to. So there's actually 5 different paths that you can take, and they're all color coded. You have red, purple, yellow, blue, and white. Now the shortest is what we're on right now, is the red path, which only takes about 30 minutes to 45 minutes to complete, while the longest, which is the white path, takes about 3.5 to 4 hours long. Now the white path you can actually cycle, which I think is a fantastic way to come and see everything. But because we are a little bit short on time, we're going to stick to our red route and hopefully catch some amazing views along the way.
There are certain areas that are purposely barred off, and that's where the little huts are situated. You'll see some cows, baby cows as well. And again, we're on private property here, so you've got plenty of room to roam around. So just stick to the paths and the rice field paths as well.
This place is so beautiful. We do not want to leave, but we do have to get on with our day because our driver is only with us for 10 hours. Now the next spot we're going to head to is one of the most famous temples here in Bali, which is called Nungnung Beratan Temple. I had to read it because there's no way I'm going to memorize that whole thing.
Our second stop for the day is the Nungnung Beratan Temple. Now coming in here, there's an entrance fee of 75,000 rupiah per person. And I thought it would just be the outside of the temple, but no, it's like this full-on park. They have restaurants, buffet restaurants. It's actually a really beautiful setting and it sits right on the lake. Thank you.
So cute. These girls approached Lauren and asked for a photo. How did that feel? You probably felt really special. Question is, why did they ask me for a photo?
Because nobody cares about you.
I think we just entered what I'm gonna call the Instagram zone. And the reason why is back over there, you can see these really cool rock structures that frame the mountains and lakes. Over here, you can see some people taking photos right by this really cool rock structure with the different greeneries running along. And of course, you have a really cute pond. There's a huge fish spouting water. So yeah, cool little area. I'm gonna call it the Instagram zone. For our next stop, we're doing a little waterfall chasing, and we're gonna head over to Nungnung waterfall. Now, to get there is not the easiest step. We actually need to climb 500 steps down. And that's okay, it's about 15 minutes. But on the way back, that's not gonna be very fun.
Yeah, 30 minutes straight uphill in the heat and humidity.
This is gonna be really fun. But hopefully the waterfall looks really beautiful.
We made it down those steep steps all the way to Nungnung waterfall. It's really misty and kind of loud, so I hope you guys can hear me. But man, the thundering waterfall is such a great start to our waterfall chasing here in Bali. And I have to say, it was worth the trek down, and it's so nice and chill. So I got to cool down. Hopefully Jason might be able to hop in the water as well.
And now the climb begins. This is definitely the least fun part of heading over to the waterfall. The steps are quite steep and they're not very uniform. So do expect that a little bit. Be careful when you guys are hiking it. If you take your time though, most people can definitely make it. I don't know if you guys can see the sweat stains. I'm literally sweating through my pants. Crazy. And honestly, it's not that it's so strenuous, but it's that it's so humid and it's hot. So be prepared to sweat, because when you're on your way to the next waterfall, just dive right in and cool down.
For our final waterfall, we are checking out Leke. It's a little bit further south from Nungnung, but not too far. Now, there is an entrance fee for all of the waterfalls that you're going to visit. The first one, the Nungnung, was only 40,000 for the both of us, with a 5,000 rupiah parking fee. Now for this one, Leke, it's 50,000 per person, so a total of 100,000 rupiah. And I'm not too sure why, because the last one was actually super well constructed. This one has a few stairs, but it's mostly just a dirt path, so I'm not too sure why they're charging so much. I guess we'll see when we get down there.
Leke waterfall is honestly a little bit disappointing when you consider the price, and especially when you compare it to Nungnung waterfall, because at Leke it's quite tight, it's quite small, so you're pretty much almost in a line trying to get a photo. There's not too many areas that you can swim, and Nungnung you can actually swim there. There's a lot of different space, you could venture around, you don't have to get in anybody's shot. So honestly guys, if you had to only pick between one of the two, go for the previous one. This is by far the earliest we have ever woken up to do an excursion. But today we are really excited because we're heading off to Mount Batur for sunrise. So that means we gotta leave our hotel at about 1:30 in the morning. And that's what time it is right now. Absolutely insane how early this is, but it's okay. Hopefully the views that we get up there is gonna be amazing. It should be a really fun trek.
We're starting the Mount Batur hike and we're all prepped. We've got our guide Koma leading us in the front. Apparently it's actually not too long of a hike, only an hour and a half.
Yeah, maximum, and it's not too technical. They do provide these like little walking sticks that we're going to be using because at some parts it can get a little bit slippery. Oh, just like right over there, already starting the trail. It's just the two of us right now starting off this trail because we're really hoping to make it up by sunrise. And in order to do so, you got to start hiking right around 4 a.m.
We made it to the top of Mount Batur, and it's still 5:30 in the morning, so we've got a good hour before sunrise. Now there's actually so much space here, even though it felt like there were tons of people walking along that trail, all our headlamps lighting up the path. Once we got here, the summit actually has so much space to roam around. There are actually benches along different levels and different areas where you can sit on the rocks as well. So you never have to worry about it being overcrowded over here. But in a couple minutes, our breakfast is going to arrive. Our guide, Koman, is actually preparing it for us right now. So I can't wait to eat after that hour and 15-minute hike.
Ooh, little banana sandwich.
Banana sandwich. I think you'll never try because that's really sweet, the banana.
Mmm.
Yeah, yummy.
Mmm. It almost tastes like a jam.
Yeah,
Oh, so good.
please try it.
It's so beautiful up here with the sun up. We're actually able to see all of our surroundings. We can see the lake, the towns, the rolling hills. Absolutely gorgeous. When we first got here, it was a little bit dark, so we couldn't exactly see what was going on. So we thought it was just a few different summit points, but there's actually an entire ridge walk. That's where we're on right now. You can actually just continue on all the way there with a bunch of different views. Absolutely gorgeous. We're gonna spend a little bit of time here, hopefully getting some amazing photos.
Man, I can't get over the 360-degree views here. We're so grateful to our guide Koma for taking us along this ridge, being able to get to viewpoints that most people don't get to. And you can see so much. The two mountains behind me are Mount Agung and Mount Abang in front of it. Mount Agung is actually the tallest mountain here in Bali. And you can also see all the way to Lombok, to the Gili Islands, and you can see Mount Rinjani in Lombok, which is, I think, standing at like 3,000 and some meters. It's incredible how much you get to see from Mount Batur.
As part of our Mount Batur hike, we actually get to visit a coffee plantation. And right now we are at the Segara Windu Luwak coffee. Now, if you don't know about Luwak coffee, it's very interesting. It's actually considered the most expensive poop in the world. The animal actually ingests the coffee bean. They partially digest it, and then afterwards, from their poop, you actually take out the coffee, you clean it, and then you roast it, and it comes out to an incredible taste. Hopefully you get to try some later on this tour.
At the end of our tour through the coffee plantation and the different herbal plants that they have here to make teas, we get to enjoy this magnificent view of the jungle while sipping on 14 different welcome drinks that they offer complimentary. There are 14 different kinds of coffees and teas. Some that stand out to me are the avocado coffee, the ginseng coffee, and the mangosteen tea. Now, I can't wait to sip on them, and hopefully we're not too buzzed as we leave this place. First time trying Luwak coffee.